Right, we have all of the maps ever to exist down here at the bottom, as you can see. And today we are doing a map tier list. So every single map in existence from World War II to IW to Treyarch to everything is all going to be ranked right here. So we got every single map and we're going to be ranking them from GOAT to top tier to good to okay to meh to and then you have Black Ops 6. And then there's haven't played as well, because there are actually a few maps I haven't played. But yeah, we're just gonna absolutely penetrate through these maps right here. We've got World at War, Nocta, and Toten. Oh, fun fact about this list is that actually are the different versions of the map. So there's Black Ops 3 and the World at War ports. And for Nocta and Toten, just for the debutant of zombies, we've got to put it in good. There's bare bones, no perks, no pack-a-punch. Literally just you, a couple doors, and a box. But it was the debutant of zombies, you know, the mode that we know today. Verrückt, I think, is a fantastic challenge, and I do enjoy it quite a lot, so I'm also going to put that in good. I feel like that's a common theme between all of the maps in World at War, is that they're not, like, fantastic, but they laid the groundwork, and they still hold up to this day, I think. Shino Numa, I'm going to put in okay. Like, high rounding was great on Shino Numa. Other than that, I didn't really think it was that good. I'm not a fan of the map design or the Wonder Wolf or how you can just easily chug through rounds, and I don't know, I just think it was a bit of a downgrade. Next up we have Der Ries, and I'm going to put this in also in good, funny enough, because it's a great map, it's a good map, but I won't see myself coming back to it constantly, you know, but it is a fantastic way to wrap up World War I, and at the time it was a fantastic map. And I just think it's great. It's a great map. Kino der Toten Black Ops 1.
The best zombies map of all time. Kino der Toten Black Ops 1.
I'm going to also throw that in good. Oh my god, good has been taken up quite a lot. Because I can't put it in top tier. And I can't put it in GOAT. Because GOAT is reserved for one map. And you'll see what that is later on. But I can't put it in top tier because it's too basic. But however, it is a great map at doing it. Like, if I'm introducing someone to zombies, I'm taking them on Kino der Toten. I'm not going to lie. But great map. 5, I'm also going to put in good. Good has been taken up a lot, isn't it? Jesus. 5 is great. I think 5 is really good. Really, really good. Because it's such a challenge. And it's still the classic formula of zombies. Just fantastic. Just fantastic, honestly. I love it. I love it. The JFK and all the other Predators. Oh, amazing. Dead Ops Arcade, I'm going to put it in meh. I didn't really like Dead Ops Arcade that much. It's not so bad to where I think it's It's just a bit meh. It's just, I wouldn't play it. I played it every now and again. Ascension, I would put it in good. However, I do think the monkeys do ruin this map a lot for me, so I'm going to slap it in okay. And I know that might sound crazy. I know that might sound insane to you, right? But I know people will say the monkeys are a skill issue, and it kind of is. Like, I'm not going to lie, but I just don't like having to deal with the monkeys. For me, it's just, removing your perks is the one thing you don't touch, man. You don't do that. Call of the Dead, I think, once again, it's a good map, but it doesn't quite break top tier for me because, it's too basic. But that's basically what Black Ops 1 is. A bunch of great maps, but are just too basic to break into the top 10 or anything of that sort, if you know what I'm saying. Shangri-La, we're going to put in, okay. I think Shangri-La's okay. I don't hate it, but it is a ridiculously hard map that is, really hard to learn. But I don't hate it. I don't hate it completely, but I don't like it. So I feel like okay is a perfect rating for Shangri-La. Obviously 4-player E and the introduction to one of the best wonder weapons ever. So, Moon, I'm also going to slap that. I'm going to slap that in good. I like Moon a lot. Moon is very unique, obviously zero gravity, but then also you have annoying things like speed cola and juggernaut switching quite a lot. It's some annoying things about it, having to switch between a suit and the hacker. But I like what they were trying to do. It was very fun, very unique. Nocta and Toten, also we have these from Black Ops 1. In my opinion, I think they're basically the same thing, so we're just going to throw them all the way down here because we're not going to pay attention to them. I think they're basically the same as like World at War, pretty much. And they play near enough the same as well. I'll have the same opinions. And there's no point in clogging up the tier list with those ones. Now we have Transit. And I know people are saying this is underrated, it's top tier, it's good. But I'm going to level with you. This map is absolutely awful. This map is the most backwards design map I have ever seen in my life. Who actually wakes up and decisively plays Transit unless you're breaking a record or something? Or if you're going for high rounds. But even then, why would you do that? Annoying bus, annoying fog, annoying denizens, annoying Pack-a-Punch, terrible power, one part at a time, wonder weapon breaks. If you break the jet gun, it will reset all the parts, so you have to go around the whole map just to build one thing. Pack-a-Punch has a 50-50 chance of opening. Just an awful, awful map. Just terrible. It's so nostalgic though. I did love it playing it with my friends back in the day, but God, is it just bad. Bus Depot, same thing again. It's literally just transit spawned. Awful. Like if it was on World at War or something, I would understand because it's bare bones. But come on, this is the third Black Ops game now. You can't be dashing shit like this out. Farm also, I'm gonna put it in as well. It was pretty bad. Not great at all. Just an awful, awful map. And next we have Town, and I want to put it in top tier so badly, but unfortunately I'm going to have to knock it to good because it's just too basic. There isn't enough to be opened in it. There's not enough to do. Everything's kind of dead set for you already. No wonder weapon, just kind of some lava, Pack-a-Punch. So doesn't quite break into top tier for me, but is a fantastic map just to relax with your friends. Nuketown, terrible. Nuketown is just awful. Why am I waiting till round 20 till Jug? What is that about? Can you at least put some consistency behind the perks? Again, no wonder weapon, nothing. And people are like, oh, but it's a survival map. Okay, let me put it into context for you. You buy a new game, a DLC drops, and the zombies map is Nuketown. Are you not disappointed? Because it's too basic. Like, this is the same game that has Buried, Origins, Mob of the Dead, right? These are some of the greatest maps ever, and you come out with Nuketown as a DLC? Come on. Die Rise. Once again, terrible map. Awful, awful, awful map. Home to one. You know what? Just because it's a Sliquifier, we'll put it in meh. Like meh. Because it's playable. It's more playable than Transit as well. But the Sliquifier was quite good, and the concept is quite good. Like, I do like the concept of Die Rise. However, there's just so many bad things about the map. One part at a time again with the trample steam, elevators, just like the awful traversal of this map. I feel like if this had PhD and or the paralyzer, this would go hard as fuck. But unfortunately it doesn't. It's just not a fun time whatsoever. And we go from one of the worst maps ever to Mob of the Dead, which I think is one of the greatest maps of all time. And I think that goes in top tier. Like I said, I would put it in GOAT, but this is reserved for just one map. And you'll see what that map is soon. But Mob of the Dead is a fantastic masterpiece. The crew, the wonder weapon, the tasks, the plane, like it's so basic, but it's complex, but also basic at the same time. And the E is really easy, but very nice E. And also now we have Buried, and I also think Buried is also top tier. I think Buried is such a unique map, aesthetically brilliant, right? Aesthetically brilliant. Just Paralyzer, the witches, the buildables are quite good and optional as well if you want to go for high round strats. The Paralyzer, the introduction of the Mark II. Like, there's so many secrets and tricks and things about this map that you always are learning. And it's so basic, but it's so good. My one quarrel with Buried is that you can't train. Like, there's literally basically no training spots on it. That's my only quarrels. And once again, we're going back to back with another top tier map, Origins. I do think that the map is very mentally tasking. There is a lot to do on Origins, right? The staffs, the Maxis drone, the shields, the Iron Fist, the middle, like it's just, sometimes it does get frustrating. But if you space out your games of Origins, you will very much like this map. It is truly fantastic. The mud is kind of annoying, but the way they balance it out is they make it so they give you double tap for free and can also break the 4 perk limit, which is such a good idea. So you makes it so all you have to do, swap out double tap for stamina, and you still get double tap lane later on anyway. So that's all I'm saying. And also the introduction of one of the most iconic bosses of all time, the Panzer Soldat. Such a nice challenge mixed in with an already challenging map. And this is the BO2 version, I must preface. Outbreak. I haven't actually played the entirety of AW, but I know it's not that good. So we're going to put all the AW maps in there because I can't fairly rate them, can I? Shadows of Evil. Oh, once again, I'm gooning. Shadows of Evil top tier. Aesthetic, Wonder Weapon. The characters are kind of mid, but the innovation on Afterlife, just a brilliant, brilliant map. Just so good. So good. I love what they did with the buildables. I love the swords. I love the EE, even though it is a tad bit easy in 4-player. But I just love this map. Like, I always come back to Shadows. The music, the aesthetic, the look, just everything about it. Everything about Shadows is so beautiful. The Giant, I would say this is different enough from Duris to rate. So I'm going to put it in good. It's a good map. I do like the Giant. I just don't see myself playing it as often as other Black Ops 3 maps, just because of how fantastic they are. Other Black Ops 3 maps are just so good, right? So I don't come back to this one, but it's still a fantastic. It's pure skill in terms of Black Ops 3, right? You get around 100 on the Giant, that is the most impressive Black Ops 3 high round in my opinion, other than Chronicles maps, obviously. Dead Ops Arcade 2, I didn't actually play it. I'm pretty sure it's in Black Ops 6, so I didn't bother. Der Eisendrache, oh, my Pookie bear. And this is what I reserve the GOAT status for. Der Eisendrache is easily the best map ever made. The reason why I think it is because the wonder weapons are so simple to build, yet it mixes complexity and simplicity absolutely perfectly. The Easter egg is something you have to go out of your way to do, but it's not too hard. The bows are not too hard, but you do have to focus on doing them. Same with the rags, same with the shield, same with literally everything else. And there's so many secrets in this map too. The BRM wall buy and the free gobble gum and the teleporter, the whisk steps. You can make everything purely skill related. The boss fight is fantastic. It's so good. The whole story of them being trapped in this desolate castle in the middle of nowhere. The aesthetic, the snow, it's just beautiful. Bringing Dempsey down from the moon to continue with their mission. The cutscene, Richtofen bonding with Dempsey in the cutscene. Just a beautiful map to head to toe. Absolutely fantastic. And for me, Horizon is the undisputed GOAT, and there will never, ever be a map as good as it. And unfortunately, coming off the back of the Eisendrache, we have Zetsubo, which I'm going to slap him there. Zetsubo is not great because there's so many things to do. There's too many things to do. And what I like to call in the do to reward ratio. So the amount that you do and how much you get back. For Zetsubo, you get a good specialist, a good wonder weapon, but you have to do so much work for it. And don't get me started on the Easter egg. The Easter egg is absolutely trash. It is awful. It literally, the whole Easter egg is just the skull, the wonder weapon, collect 3 cogs, and that's it. You've done it. And the boss fight is whack as well. You just shoot 4 branches. Wow. What an Easter egg. And then you also have to pick up the rainbow water, the gas masks, the spiders, the thrashers, the webs. It's just such an annoying map. Do not like it. I see what they were going for, but no. And aesthetically, the map is unique, but it's quite ugly. Let's be real. Gorod Crovey, we're going to slap that in top tier as well. One of the harder Black Ops 3 maps, but being in a map with giant robots and dragons and going to kill the old Nikolai as well to continue their mission as well. Great map. It is one of the harder maps in terms of like round 100 or high rounds. That's the thing. It's similar to Horizon in terms of mixing complexity and simplicity at the same time. All you got to do in Gorod is do the egg quests, which is easy, and then do the Pack-a-Punch, which is also easy, and that's it, pretty much. You're fully set up. You got to get the box from the Mark III from the box, and that's it. You're good. That's it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's such a good map. Such a good map. Revelations. Lots of reused content, but in my opinion, I think Revelations is quite good. I like Revelations. Like, in terms of a casual map, it's great. It's fun to just kick back and just get the Thunder Gun and the Pothicon server in the box, Pack-a-Punch, and just have a good time. You know what I'm saying? The Easter egg, I will say, is very annoying. But I know people will slate this map. Oh, it's too easy. It's too easy. But that's the point. You know, you're like, you just get your Pack-a-Punch open, you get your Wonder Weapons from the box. That's it. You're just kicking back, having a good time. But if you want to do the EE, get ready for a glitchy experience. That's one thing I really don't like about Revelations. I really, really do not like that about Revelations at all. And now we have the Zombies Chronicles maps. And once again, I think these are pretty much on the same level as they were before. So we're just going to drag these to the bottom and ignore them. Because I pretty much think the same thing of all of them, except they're just slightly easier. That's the only difference. Right, now we're moving to IW, which is one of the more interesting games. And I think, obviously, Zombies in Spaceland, top tier. The theme, the quests, the sides, the mainy, D-cut, just fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. They hit this nail on the head, and this map is easily Zombies map. That's not Treyarch. Easily. It's not even close. I love it. I love it, right? And it's more of a challenging map as well because the guns aren't very strong unless you use like Wonder Weapons or Windcore M1 or something like that. But, you know, just a great map. They hit the theme on the head so hard and the guns are so fun to use. I can't get enough of Spaceland. Raven the Redwoods, we're going to shove that in. Okay, I think this is... I don't mind Raven the Redwoods. I think it's one of the better IW maps and I think it's pretty good, in my opinion. But it doesn't quite break these. I would rather play all of these over Raven the Redwoods. Like, it's not bad, but it's not great. You know what I mean? So we'll slap that in okay. But it was very unique. It was very melee orientated as well, and the crossbows as well were fantastic. Just a pretty decent map, to be honest. Shaolin Shuffle, meh. Just meh. The rest of, you know what? We're gonna put all the IW maps like this because Shaolin Shuffle was just meh. Like, it was okay. Like, people are loving it a lot more now, but I disagree personally. I think it's just lazy. And the Kung Fu styles are kind of cool, hence why I put it in meh instead of terrible. And these two, just awful. Attack of the Radioactive thing, you got to do, like, science and math just to do the damn EE. It's so unnecessarily complicated for... It's just stupid. For what? For what? For an EE? And Beast and Beyond, I know that what they're trying to do with the aliens at the start, but that was just awful. Never do that again, please. If you, I'm trying to play zombies, bro. So just put some zombies. You know, just stop trying to be so different. It was awful, just terrible. But I will say the boss was one of the most fantastic things I've ever done. But other than that, meh, just terrible, terrible maps. Now we are moving to World War II, and now we have the Final Reich, and I think this is a good map. I'm not sure if it's quite in top tier, but it's a good map. I love Final Reich. Final Reich, nice and basic. You know, they returned the OG PPSH. The Pack-a-Punch is nice and simple. They really captured the horror theme in this map. It was great, in my opinion. I really liked the Final Reich. Genuinely such a good map. Genuinely. We got Groston House next, and I think it was okay. You got it when you completed the Easter egg, and it was just pretty much basic survival map again. And I liked how it was a reward for doing the EE. But yeah, not really much to say on it, to be honest. You could get Pack-a-Punch on it if you did some side EE as well, which was really cool. But yeah, not much other than that, to be honest. And now we have the Dankish Shore. I'm gonna throw it in okay. It wasn't great, but it wasn't good. You know what I mean? Like, I did like the Darkest Shore quite a lot because obviously I played it DLC 1 for World War II. I got the season pass, and I don't actually think it was that bad. I did play it quite a lot. However, the Wonder Weapon was quite weird. You know what? I kind of want to go back and play it now that I'm talking about it. But yeah, not a terrible map. I really like the start as well, where you come off of the ship or the boat and you start killing all the zombies. It feels good. It feels good. You can get a hell of points from that too. And the Shadow Throne, absolutely awful. Tortured Path, also absolutely awful. We're just not going to talk about the rest of the World War II DLC. And these ones are not... I have not actually played these ones. I don't know if these are from World War II, but I think Frozen Dawn was World War II, wasn't it? I think it was. And it was terrible. So, I think I played it. Voyage of Despair. Oh, Voyage. You had such a fantastic concept. You had so much potential. You could have been one of the best. But they fumbled so hard. The map layout, terrible. Wonder Weapon is mid. Pack-a-Punch is annoying. The water under the map, it's just... I get it's supposed to be the tunnel. I get it, right? But did you really have to make that playable area? Why? Just no, bro. No, just no. All right, and now we have 9, which is the best Black Ops 4 in my opinion. And I think this deserves to be in top tier. I really like 9. I do think there are a few flaws with it as well. There are a bit too many like side zombies and too many bosses and stuff, but the theme of the map is fantastic. The map is really fun to play. I played the shit out of this when I played Black Ops 4, and I would happily go back and play it again because it is such a great map. It is fantastic. Fantastic. Bravo. If you wanted to make Black Ops 4 maps, this was it. Blood of the Dead. Meh. Again. No, you know, it's bad. It's terrible. Blood of the Dead is purely and utterly terrible. How do you take one of the greatest maps of all time and absolutely butcher it? I will say the Magma Gat is one of the coolest parts about the map, but that's it. The expanded part of Blood of the Dead is literally just the alpha build of Mob of the Dead. I hope you acknowledge that. I hope you know that is the case, right? That's all it is. It's nothing else. And the fast travel is mid. Getting the Hell's Retrievers mid. The Easter egg is just terrible. Just awful. Just not a fan. Just not a fan in my opinion. Classified, I'm going to keep it a buck with you guys. I didn't actually play any of the Black Ops 4 DLC. I didn't buy the DLC, so I can't really give an opinion on these maps, but I do think Alpha Omega is a bit lazy. I don't really play these, honestly, so I can't really tell you how I feel about the maps. Now we're getting to the Cold War maps, and I think that these are quite underrated. Die Machine, I'm going to put it in good. Definitely not top tier. Cannot break top tier, but it's definitely a good map. Die Machine, the introduction of the new system, you know, some people love it, some people hate it. I'm on the more not liking side. You know, it was a good thing. It was a good map, good debut at Cold War, very good debut. Made a lot of promises and kept a few of them, but not all of them. But definitely a decent map. Dead Ops RK3, we're going to shove that in. What else do we got? We got Firebase Z, and I think Firebase is... I'm going to also put that in good. I feel like it was a very good follow-up from Die Machine. Pretty much the same thing, but however, I do like Die Machine far more than Firebase Z. I think Firebase Z is not as good as Die Machine whatsoever. So, you know, there's that. Outbreak, I'm going to put that in terrible. Outbreak was one of the worst modes ever. It was definitely unique. I can see what they were trying to do. But with Cold War Outbreak, the thing I can never forgive, they made us wait 8 months because all they kept doing is just keep updating Outbreak instead of making other maps. And the other maps would have been so good. We imagine if Cold War had 5 or 6 maps instead of Outbreak. Outbreak is... No. It gets so boring so quickly. I'm sorry, I can't. Mal de Toten. I actually really like Mal de Toten. I'm going to shove that in good as well. Mal de Toten is a fantastic map. The Wonder Weapon is really unique. I like how you can pick it out and you can, you know, you could change the variant depending on what you want. If you don't want it, just empty it out. If you do want it, pick it up and keep it. Such a unique Wonder Weapon. And it works so well in that game. Mal is just really, really, really unique. And I love it. I love Mal. Foreskin. We're going to put that in... Meh. It's just not good, is it? Like, who's actually waking up and playing Foreskin for real? The Crystalax was kind of cool. But the rest of it was a bit lazy, I think. I know it's an indoor facility. It's just... not a fan. Not a fan. D'Enfang, no words. Terra Malactia, was that also Vanguard? Just all Vanguard. Terrible. All of it's terrible. All of it. I did not play Shino Numa. Operation Debut, yeah. Get out. Get out. I didn't even know these maps even existed, but they're all terrible. And now we're moving to Black Ops 6, which we are putting all these in Black Ops 6 because they're all terrible. And Black Ops 6 does not deserve to be mentioned, in my opinion. But yeah. That's pretty much my whole tier list. And yeah, that's pretty much what I think are the maps. Obviously, Black Ops 6 has its own tier because the Black Ops 6 maps are just awful. And I cannot wait for it to end. I haven't played these ones. I haven't played Shino Numa and Vanguard, so I don't get to rate it. But then again, it is Shino Numa, so we'll just throw that down there. because I pretty much feel the same about all the remasters, so there's nothing different about them. But yeah, this is my definitive top list. But yeah, that's gonna be all from me. Tell me what you think of my tier list down below, but I already know that it's all correct because I'm never wrong. So, but yeah, this is pretty much my definitive tier list if you're wondering. And yeah, I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.